Make a Path presents Let's Talk. Alright, Deadheads, my name's Ronnie Hayes here at Make a Path Presents, and I was talking to a handful of you guys telling you my opinion on the Daryl fans that say if Daryl dies, we'll riot, or the ones that say we'll stop watching the show, and everything else like that. And you guys know, especially from my Beth rant video, that I believe that fans of that actor, that particular actor, like fans of Emily Kinney, should fully support her. Spend your energy in supporting what she's going to do in her future projects. Don't spend your energy whining about her past project and how she was killed off about it. You could disagree totally. You can have your opinion totally, but going and saying that no, they need to, throw away millions of dollars, rewrite that, refilm and shoot that season, or even totally just bring them back and ruin the story that they initially created, the story where they died. Now you want them to say they're alive and it just happened, or what other BS that they say to do. Now the reason why I think it's hypocritical is because normally when I express my opinions that you guys should use your energy in supporting the actors. In Daryl's case, a lot of the fans say, well, I'm not going to watch anymore. And when I talk about supporting the future, shows, it's like, well, no, I want him on The Walking Dead. And I think that's absolutely, that's a contradiction. That's hypocritical. You can't watch The Walking Dead for just Norman Reedus and then say, well, I don't want to follow his future projects. You can't not be happy for his future movies, future roles on shows, and say, well, no, I only watch The Walking Dead for Norman Reedus, yet I will, only watch Norman Reedus on The Walking Dead. Do you see how that's a contradiction? It just doesn't make sense when you break it down. If you're going to support an actor on these shows, especially ones that get so damn big, then you gotta just start asking yourself, are you really only a fan of Norman Reedus, or are you a fan of just Daryl Dixon? There's a huge difference. In my book, if you're not here to support Norman Reedus in his career, then you're a Daryl Dixon fan, and that's it. You're not a fan of Norman Reedus. I'm a Norman Reedus fan. You know what I mean? With or without Daryl Dixon, he alive or dead, I'm a Norman Reedus fan. That's where I put myself. Because back in back in 99, early 2000s, when I seen Boondock Saints, that was it. I'm a Norman Reedus fan from all the way back then. Then when I found out he was in The Walking Dead, and I didn't find that out by anyone telling me, I just found that out because he appeared on the show, and I was like, oh shit, the Boondock Saint dude, you know what I'm saying? I was so excited he was in The Walking Dead because here's an actor I enjoyed in the Boondock Saints, and I wanted to see him in more after that, because I'm a Norman Reedus fan. Now that he's in The Walking Dead, even though I'm still a Norman Reedus fan, if he gets killed off in season 6 or 7, I'm not going to riot. I'm not going to quit watching The Walking Dead. Depending on if it was good or not, the way he dies, I'll either accept it or not accept it. But either way, it's fine. I'm going to still support Norman Reedus. So I think what we have is like a blended mix of different variations of fans. You have the Walking Dead fans, the fans that are fans of the entire show. And then you have like the actor fans who they like the show, but they're really there for that one actor. And then they'll truly follow that actor wherever they go. Now, I think that's really limited. I think that's very low, very, very low. I think that's the minority of fans. And then you have the character fans who, like I said, they're a walking contradiction because they're fans of Daryl Dixon, but they're not fans of Norman Reedus, even though some of them confuse themselves and say they are. You know how you know if you're confused? If you are not as interested in following Norman Reedus, on future projects. Here's an example. If you're a Daryl Dixon fan and you don't even know about the movie Air, you're not a Norman Reedus fan. It's that simple. That's how you know. If you're a Daryl Dixon fan and you're not actively trying to watch, view, or see the movie Air at all, then you're not a Norman Reedus fan. You're a Daryl Dixon fan. You're a character fan. That's pretty much how it breaks down. So now you get a better understanding of these fans that say, if Daryl dies, we riot, I'll quit, yada, 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 yada. because you're a character fan. You're not a fan of the show or the content, or else you'd watch no matter what, unless the entire show as a whole became shit. Not just one character dying. That doesn't ruin a show. Alright guys, that's my little rant. That's my opinion or my 2 cents. I'm not attacking anyone or telling anyone to change their mind. I'm just trying to talk people into convincing them into asking yourself and becoming self-aware. What type of fan are you? I'm a Walking Dead fan. You know, are you a character fan, a show fan, or are you an actor fan? You know, pick one, and then it'll be easier to communicate with the other fans, because then you can communicate clearly and say, boom, that's how it is, done. All right, guys, thoughts, opinions, and predictions in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe, man.